Welcome to another cryptocurrency update. So let's look. Here's my kind of benchmark chart that I'm looking at things, mainly because it's the only thing I can get on stock charts right now, but also I think it's because it's an ETF for Bitcoin, it kind of balances out the volatility a little bit. That's what I'm thinking. Remember, this is the Wild West. We're all figuring it out as we go along. This is my feeling. So if we look at the weekly chart, the long-term chart of GBTC, remember this is not Bitcoin, this is GBTC, which is an investment trust for it. Let's see if I can see what's going on with any trend lines. So many touches we can get. Now we might be having a real proper one forming here now. Remember this is a weekly chart, so it's over a long period of time now. So going back through like October, I can plot a decent trend line now to show the uptrend and that it hasn't broken it. In fact, I can recall looking back at this weekly chart over the past few months or so and thinking, well, this thing really needs to come back to around that level to actually be back on the trend. And, there it is. It's in trend, it's an aggressive uptrend, and these spikes coming back and so on. If you think this was up at like twice the level it is now, 1600-ish, this is well above 3200. This is, lost from its peak, lost half of its value. That's going to upset a lot of people but keep the bull market alive. And I must say I really like to see that, which is a curious thing to say to someone who's like a bullish on Bitcoin. But this is the sort of thing, as I say, that keeps it chugging along. Corrections, making it healthy. But you can see this is going to be something that has these massive spikes to the upside. I'm thinking that's how it's going to look, and then come back down to trend and so on. But these are huge spikes. I mean, if you're in there and it doubled your money from there on the stock alone, the option price would be like 1,000% maybe or something gain. So it's a very interesting way ahead. Let's look at the daily chart, and there it is. Now what we've been seeing this week, and it's been reflected in the price of Bitcoin, look at that. We have a very tight little shelf of support being carved out around there. Remember, this is not Bitcoin, this is the Bitcoin Trust, which is interesting to note, because if we see, going back through the summer, we had these tight little channels forming with little blips, another tight little channel forming with a big step up, another tight little channel forming. This could be a pattern. Remember, I'm looking for precedents, looking for patterns, looking for precedents, and this could be the way it goes. This kind of low, calm period before another big blow up like that. Very interesting. This one was down. It was like 800. Now it's at 1600. Maybe it needs to consolidate. A nice tight little sideways pattern around 1600. What's interesting about that level of 1600 is that the real Bitcoin price, the actual Bitcoin price, is around 10,000. And as you know, I'm a big believer in psychological price and round numbers meaning something. And 10,000 is a huge round number, psychologically speaking. Now, if Bitcoin has found support and a base at $10,000 per Bitcoin, that's to say, that makes a lot of sense. Psychologically speaking, and looking at the chart, this could all mean that, we are finding some order to things. So that represents about the 10,000 level. It's around 11,700 now, but during the week it was having a battle around the 10,000 line, and it's held it well around there, and it's just bounced off of it. So that's what I am looking at. And what's nice about that is as this rising moving average, the 200-day, catches up with the price, I'm hoping that maybe that 10,000-ish zone collides-ish. It's never going to get that close to it, I don't think, because this is a high flyer. But it's on a collision course with that rising 200-day. I think this is a good staging point for Bitcoin from here. Let's look at the roundup of the other currencies here. Let's look at Ripple. Again, that one's sort of consolidating, waiting for it to catch up. Litecoin. Similar sort of idea. You can see this consolidation period here. It's all sort of a bit like Bitcoin. I'm adding a couple more I'm going to look at. Stellar is another one I'm interested in. And as you can see there, the chart is definitely looking stellar. Hasn't really broken the uptrend despite all the shakeout recently. Stellar and Dash, which you probably heard of. Dash is that one there. Very nice sort of upwards trend there after the consolidation period. But as you know, the one I've really been watching closely, and I mentioned this last week, is Ethereum, because Ethereum is closing the gap. There's a trend line I've drawn, closing the gap on Bitcoin. This one has hardly corrected. It did a little bit and then buyers came in and kept it. It did not break its upwards trend, which is very bullish for Ethereum. And also, if I look at the market capitalization of all the cryptos, here we see, I look at this every week. Now look, Ethereum is catching up Bitcoin, 119 to 197. Now that gap is closing for the number one spot on the league table for top cryptocurrency. Ethereum, I've said it for the last couple of weeks now, is the one to watch, the one to start adding to. And so that's with the that's what's going on with the individual cryptos. About which one to get in on and when. I think now's a good time for a lot of them actually. But I'm paying close attention to Ethereum. And there's the this is on my Stockfolio app. Remember, when I can actually see some charts of all the currencies. But yeah, 10,000. I think the big development this week for me has been 10,000 level support of Bitcoin. Let's turn to the business side of things, which is where we look at. First of all, like Coinbase. You have a Coinbase account, it's a free account. You just go there and you open it and you get this sort of setup here and you enter your bank details so they're on hand and it's really easy. I mean, you just collect which one you want, Bitcoin Cash, Ethereum, like that seems to be the only ones that's available right now. You can buy and sell and you just click how much you want and then you just buy it, and that's it. It takes a few days to get your account, but you've locked in the price. Once you've done that, once you've got enough Bitcoin, then you can go, as well as using for other things, you can go and buy your place at the BitClub network, the mining pool, which is something you absolutely 100% need to do. As I keep saying, now your sponsor is me. I'll write it down for you in my high-tech screen here. It's Bits and NPICs, Bits and Pieces. When they go to bitclub.net, bitclubnetwork.com, you need to know your sponsor name, and that's it. It won't let you in without a sponsor, okay? And that's your sponsor. So it's bitclubnetwork.com. When you get there, you're going to open a free account, and then you're going to buy a mining pool. Here they all are. You can choose different ones. The one I've gone for is, I've gone for the founder pool, but that's Bitcoin only, and you get 1,000 days of mining. But the one I think which is really exciting is the GPU ones, right? I've gone for GPU. I've got for 2 lots of GPU founder actually just lately, because they're going to do, they're mining Ethereum and all the other ones too. And they even say here they're most excited about this one for the most upside. So there's Bitcoin and there's both of these, and you just select one, you push buy now, and then I'll do one for example, and then it's going to ask you just click that, and it's going to give you 10 minutes because it's got to lock in the rate, you see. And it's going to tell you, here's how much you have to pay. You pay with Bitcoin, and that's the unique signature here. So send Bitcoin there, so you copy that, and you're going to go to your Coinbase account, and you just enter it, when it says to send Bitcoin, that's how you're doing it. You go to your accounts, and you send, and that's it, using the signature it just gave you here. And if you run out of time, don't worry about it. It's just going to pay it, it's just going to pay it to you in the end anyway. So I also want to mention a couple of good marketing resources here that Bitcoin gives you. Once you've got your account, once you've got your mining pool, remember you can sign other people up there. You're not hassling people. You're doing them a big favor because this is a hot conversation right now and people want to know about it. Go to resources, go on marketing tools, and then you can pick a landing page. This is my one. So anyone, you're going to have your own one. Anyone that you send to this website address now is going to see this promotional video, and BitClub Network is going to do all the work for you and get people signed up. You've got 3 landing pages to choose from, and you can have as many as you want, different domains. Now, that's not obviously a particularly friendly, domain. And let's say you had that on a business card on the back of your car or whatever, driving around town, which is a good strategy. Then that what you want to do is you want to buy a friendly domain at GoDaddy. And then you're going to go on here, and then you can manage it by putting mail forwarding on. So that's a very simple step through forward. You can just, anyone who goes to this landing page now will go through, you can forward that to whatever you want. So if someone goes to say bitcoinmagic.com, you can forward, and you own that domain, you can forward it to come here. So now you have your very own website, unique to you. Don't forget to put on the bottom of your email signatures. It's a very easy one to do. You can just, so whenever you send someone an email, it just can say PS, a word about Bitcoin, go to this email, go to this website address. That's just automatic free marketing for that. So remember, there's two sides to this. There's, when you buy shares in a mining pool on BitClub Network, you are... You don't have to do network marketing, just to make that clear, right? You are buying 1,000 or 2,000 days of mining. You're buying into a mining pool that's just going to pay you out in cryptocurrencies anyway. Additionally, you have this bonus where you can, sell, get other people to sign up under you, and you're going to make some of what they make too. But primarily what you're doing here is you're locking in the price of Bitcoin now for the next 1,000 or 2,000 days. If you're long-term bullish on cryptocurrencies, this is a no-brainer, because what you're effectively doing, because you're going to get paid in Bitcoin for 1,000 or 2,000 days. So you're basically saying, well, now by doing that, I bought it now, so I'm going to get paid in Bitcoin for all that period of time. But the price of Bitcoin you're locking in is today's, right? So that's really what you're doing there. And it just so happens that there's this network marketing thing where you can get paid in other people as well. So that's all for this week on cryptos, and I will speak to you next time.